And we would like to welcome you into tonight's matchup between the Taylorville Tornadoes and the Morton Junior Potters. In tonight's matchup is the 7th grade state Class 4A volleyball semifinal matchup, the second matchup of tonight. Real quick, let's go over the first matchup in the semifinals between Minooka and Frankfort Hickory Creek. Very close game, went to 3 sets. First set, we had Frankfort getting called for a lot of illegal hits, a lot of net violations, just a lot of simple mistakes. But they were able to make a comeback to win a very close first set, 25-23. But in a close second set, Minooka came out on top, 25-20. But Frankfort Hickory Creek decided that enough was enough, and they lead a very one-sided third set to win that one, 25-17, leaving Frankfort Hickory Creek to play for the state championship at 3:15. I'm here joined by Tanner Smith today. Tanner, we were able to be here and watch these Lady Tornadoes take on the Lamont Old Quarry Warriors yesterday. What did you see in that game that's going to be important for these girls in this game?
Thanks for having me, Ben. Nothing really. It's just how you come out and how you communicate on the court. And the other team already made it to the state championship, so one of both teams want to be where they at, so lots on the line here.
Yep, and if we can get on our cameras, we have Tommy Tornado here, but we also have the Morton's Potter here, so we have both mascots representing both sides here today. I'd like to thank you for joining us here today, whether you're from Taylorville, whether you're from Morton, or whether you're from anywhere else across Illinois, U.S., or the entire nation. I know we've had a few international viewers before. We'd like to thank you for joining us. Tanner, this is not the first time that these two schools, Morton and Taylorville, have met in the state championship, though the last time they met was not for volleyball but basketball. Back in 2021, December 9th of 2021, the Taylorville Lady Tornadoes basketball team played against the Morton Junior Potters in the 7th grade Class 4A state championship. Very close match. We had the game winner hit in the last couple of seconds by Grace Rogers for the Tornadoes to win that state championship on that day. And now they're meeting again. Morton trying to get their revenge here in volleyball. Morton has also had a little bit more experience here in the volleyball state finals. They've made it 4 times for the 7th grade series. They have won state twice, and last year they placed 3rd. Whereas the Tornadoes have only been this is only their 2nd time going to state. Last time was in 2022, where they were knocked out in the first round. This is the farthest that the Taylorville Lady Tornadoes volleyball team has made it thus far. They're out there in the back going to take the court next for practice after this Morton team gets off of the court. But let's real quick go over a few keys to this game that's going to hopefully help the Taylorville Lady Tornadoes to win this matchup. And the first thing is just to stick with the fundamentals. We saw in the last game that Minooka team was really, really big on the fundamentals, and they were able to keep it very, very close against a very good Frankfort Hickory Creek team. We were able to see the Tornadoes yesterday do simple fundamentals, simple sets, simple spikes. They were able to get them a very one-sided match yesterday against the Lamont Old Quarry Warriors. That's one thing they're going to be able to count on today to help them get the victory. One thing that they need to improve on, though, is their court awareness. There were multiple times where they were out on the court thinking that ball was going to go out, and it ended up landing inbounds. In addition to having the ball just get dinked over from a strong spiker serve that the Tornadoes were not ready for, resulting in points that could easily been gone our way. And the final and third and final key to this game is not let the stress get to them. This is obviously a very big game. This is a chance to play for being named first team in the state. The Taylorville Lady Tornadoes come into this game 27-0 after their win last night, undefeated so far, whereas the Morton Junior Potters are 28-1. Only one loss so far. But I'll tell you what, don't let these records deceive you in terms of Morton's loss. They are still a very, very good volleyball team. Both teams have a very good chance of moving on to that state championship. Should be a very, very nice game for today. We also see here, Tanner and I see the fan base, and during that last game when I was supposed to see Frankfort Hickory Creek fans, I just saw a sea of purple. Taylorville definitely has the most fans here today. If you combined all three other schools, I still think that Taylorville would come out on tops in terms of just sheer volume and numbers. We have a very large crowd of former players, parents, and fans of the game. We have our own student section over there as well. Taylorville is definitely not going to let these girls go home without knowing they had their fans here behind their back. So we got just about 3 minutes until the Taylorville Tornadoes take the court for practice. I believe it will be Morton to serve, I think. Don't quote me on that. But I believe that's what the team is going to be in terms of service order here.
Yeah, they did that earlier over there already, so.
Yep, they start with that coin toss before the practices start. Lets the sort of officials kind of get ready in the right head space. Taylorville Tornadoes are coached by head coach Matt Peabody, whereas the Morton Junior Potters are coached by head coach Emma Oudham, I believe. Probably butchering that name, so I apologize for anything so far. Taylorville Tornadoes have also gotten all the jobs done in 2 sets except for 2 games. Against Williamsville was one of Williamsville's only loss. I do believe the Williamsville BBs was their only loss against Taylorville in 3 sets, one of their 3-set games. And the other one was against the Morrisonville Jayhawks, or Mohawks, excuse me, who currently set a record of 24-2. Both of those teams are currently in the state championship. I believe both of them won their games despite being in different classes. They still played against the Tornadoes, and were the only 2 teams to send the Tornadoes into a 3rd set. But tonight may be their 3rd time going to set 3. 2 very good teams coming in for this matchup tonight. Tanner, we do know have some Morton fans, I'm sure, watching us as well. They've been sent over to us to watch the broadcast, so we appreciate you guys coming here. What do you think that Morton needs to do to come over on top of the Taylorville Tornadoes in this matchup?
Do what you done all year, what got you to this point. Nothing should change in terms of your preparation. End of the day, it's just another game. I feel like should be okay. They should be toe-to-toe with Taylorville, and should be okay.
Yeah, fundamentals win championships. You can't be having any mistakes at this level if you want a chance of going on. One of the big things that Morton's going to have to do is to deal with Taylorville in terms of their spiking and killing abilities. They have 3 setters on the team, but the 2 prevalent ones, Peyton May and Ella Ralph, are able to switch out between each other, always keep a fresh set of legs and hands there on the court at all times. Whereas you hear the Taylorville Tornadoes fans cheer as their Lady Tornadoes come onto the court for their first practice. And you've also got their set of spikers and players who are very easily able to get kills as well. Ainsley Altman, Anna Besharowski, and Ella Bertelson, all very capable players. Dishing out some heat to these Morton Potters. It's going to be a very difficult scenario if Taylorville is able to get these sets up for any of their players, not just the 3 that I mentioned. They're all very capable spikers. And we should see that come into great effect and do very well here tonight. I'd also like to shout out the 8th grade Lady Tornadoes volleyball team, as they are regional champions. and start their sectional plays on Monday, and maybe we'll be back broadcasting another state game should the 8th grade volleyball team be able to make it all the way.
Well, we can focus on the 8th grade in a little bit, but right now it's about the 7th graders about to take the court and give Taylorville Junior High School another plaque in their hallway.
Yep, we are 4 minutes away from the starting lineup and then the first serve. Tanner, you can see from where we're standing, you can see the 4 trophies there tonight. So the Tornadoes aren't going to leave without something to put in the trophy case. But we, of course, would like to walk away with a trophy that says number 1 on it, as would any team here in this tournament today.
Oh, absolutely. And you're talking about state, and for Matt Peabody and Kim Peabody, it's no different. They've been through 22. Only the difference is junior high, high school, but no different. End of the day, still the same game.
Yep. Assistant coach Kim Peabody was able to take her girls to state with a 4th place finish in 2023, I believe. 2022. Apologies. In 2022, they were. She's the head coach of the high school team, assistant coach of the junior high school team, whereas head coach Matt Peabody is the head coach of this junior high team and assistant coach of the high school team.
And Peabody knows she has 400 wins or more in her career, so.
Just about 3 minutes left to go before we go ahead and get started with tonight's match. We, of course, have the full officiating crew with us today. A head official, a R2, and 2 line judges as well to keep this as fair as possible. I believe that the officials for today are John Thompson, Emery Appleberry, we have Kim Martin, and I do not see the other official out there yet. There she is. I believe Patty Blumhorst, I believe, is our 4th official here for tonight. We appreciate everything that our officials do for us. It is a big honor to be able to officiate a state game, and these guys are the best of the best when it comes to officiating volleyball at this level. Saw them make some very difficult calls in the last game. Very instrumental for keeping a smooth matchup here tonight.
Oh, absolutely. Want to give a shout out to our Taylorville High School band, who are competing in a 1A, 3A, 1A, 2A, 3A boys state basketball game. So congratulations to the band on that honor.
Yep, the band had recorded a video of them performing to get a chance to compete at the State Farm Center. That is the home of the Fighting Illini for the high school 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A state basketball champion as the official band for those 4 championship games. So we'd like to shout out that THS Jazz Band on such an incredible honor. Our jazz band is unlike any other in the state of Illinois. We have numerous very talented musicians on that jazz band.
Yeah, like Lydia Hawkins, Andrew Mateos.
Yep, Adrian Gonzalez Mateos, saxophone player, one of the seniors on that jazz band. I believe is ranked as I think he said the 3rd saxophone player in all of Illinois, not just out of high schoolers, but out of all saxophone players throughout the entire state of Illinois. Very talented musician, but could not do it without the other musicians there as well, so we need to make sure that they are all recognized.
Yeah, and the coach, Cliff Jerton.
Yes, the band director, Mr. Jordan. So with the sound of that buzzer, we are going to go ahead and get ready for the opening lineups. We will stay with you for that to help to announce these players. So we'll see who we're going to go ahead and get started with today.
They're going to get us started.
They will
with
announce who's going to be the home and the guest on the scoreboard here in just a second.
No, Taylorville will be the home scoreboard, the 1 seed.
Yep, Tommy eyeing down Morton's Potter down there. As I said, both teams have their mascots here present with us today.
They are giving shout out to the officials right now, so appreciate those officials.
All right, let's go ahead and get started with our starting lineup.
Ooh.
We're going to start off with the Taylorville Tornadoes visitors on the scoreboard. At number 8, we have Missy Neighbors outside the header for the Tornadoes. Number 9, setter Peyton May. Number 16, a middle hitter Ainsley Altman. Number 19, Anna Besharowski, outside hitter. Number 21, the setter Kingsley Durbin. And number 34, Ella Bertelson, the middle hitter for the Tornadoes. And the libero, Mila Gregory, number 6 for the Tornadoes. That is your starting lineup for us today. Forgot to mention earlier, the third setter, Kingsley Durbin, is also a very talented and very capable setter for the Tornadoes. I apologize for excluding you earlier. Starting up for the Potters, number 3, Isla Bones, an outside hitter. Number 5, Katie Watson, outside hitter. Number 9, Parker Schick, the setter for the Potters. Followed by number 10, Alyssa Van Meenen, the middle hitter. Next up is number 11, Brian Wiss, the setter. Followed by number 12, Macy Taylor, the middle hitter. And finally, the libero, number 4, Abrina Odari. As mentioned earlier, the Morton Junior Potters are coached by Emma Odom, however you pronounce that. Again, I apologize. Whereas the Tornadoes are coached by head coach Matt Peabody. So the Tornado fans are going to try to get them riled up as the officials take their place.
Take their spots. Taylorville fan is set. Morton fan is set. Should be ready to go for first serve.
So both teams go through with their high fives and their little group huddle. It will be Morton to start off with this first serve. We have Morton doing their MORTON chant. I can only imagine. And there it is that Taylorville is going to do their TVIOLE chant in response.
Both fans are set. So here it comes, the ball. First serve for Morton.
Yep, it will be number 9 for Morton to serve Parker Schick. First serve is up, and we are underway with 7th grade volleyball. Quick block by number 10 for Morton, Alyssa Van Meenen. Taylorville was able to recover that. Bump set and spike over. Hit by the libero, number 4, Abrin Odari. Saved with a dig by Mila Gregory. Set and spike. And saved again by the libero. And the class goes in favor of the Tornadoes.
It's the first point on the board.
That was number 8, Macy Neighbors, making that play on that clash there. So Taylorville gets out to 1-0 start with their first serve. Morton unable to keep it under control, but is able to be in
bounce on the
just
line.
barely. But regardless, they do get that final point of that play, a close one, but in nonetheless. We are tied 1-1. It'll be number 6 to serve, Adeline Purdy for the Morton Junior Potters. Tornadoes trying to throw them off as much as possible in their student section. Set and spike from the Potters. Sit up for the libero. Bump, set, and spike for the Morton Junior Potters. And spike by Mila Gregory on that one. Don't often see the libero making spikes, but it works out in this instant. Taylorville takes the lead back. Quick substitution for Morton as number 5, Katie Watson, the outside hitter, comes onto the court. Morton tries their best to disrupt the serve there, and they're able to do so.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Call is overturned by the opposing line judge who saw contact by Morton. So a point instead goes in favor of the Tornadoes. Serve is up. Jump serve is over. Hit by the libero and a quick dump over. But gets called for a double hit. Made contact with one hand and then pushed it over with the second hand as an illegal move, very difficult to see. But to experienced officials, it's like buttering bread, I would say. Very easy to see for them, difficult to see for a fan. But they're going to get called on that every single time. Ball's out of bounds, and Tornadoes have started a 4-0 run. Serve is beckoned up and barely hit over.
So at that point, doesn't matter if the ball hit the net as long as it gets over, correct?
Correct. As long as the ball gets over, it doesn't matter if it hits the net. As long as the ball gets over without any other assistance. Macy Neighbors' serve is up and good. Hit back over. And we have a line violation by the Tornadoes.
Taylorville.
One of them stepped over the line. Not quite sure who. They did not give us the number, but that is okay. Morton will say he's set to serve. 2-6 to serving 6. We have Eva Sefried subbing in for the Potters. There's a big spike saved by the Potters. And now we have a net violation by number 54, Ella Bergelson. He's got caught too much in the net on that attempted block. Gets called for it, and it will be point Morton. Serve is up. Little, discomfort for the Tornadoes, but still have to get it over. Beautiful dig, but gets called for a lift on Mila Gregory. Potters are slowly able to bring this one back, down only by 2 points now. Scores 4-6 in favor of the Tornadoes. Hit back by Gregory. Up and down for Ella Bergerson. And the Potters are unable to get that one back. It will fall out of bounds behind the net as number 10 for Morton comes on, Alyssa Van Meenen, the middle hitter. Mila Gregory, the libero for the Tornadoes, set to serve. Serve is back in. Serve is up. And serve is over and good. Morton with a set and spike, able to get it over. But we have another net violation. Number 9 for the Tornadoes, Peyton May. Tornadoes are going to have to stop getting in the net and getting called for these simple violations if they want to be able to keep on going.
Absolutely.
I do not believe Peyton is on the court, so might have been number 19, Anna Besharowski. Instead, maybe I missed the one there. As of right now, Peyton May is just now subbing onto the court, so missed the signals by the official there. I apologize for that. The Tornadoes are set to serve. Big serve there. And Morton is unable to control it. Hit out just a little too far. And Ella Bertelsen will start her rally with a hot start. She was instrumental in the win yesterday against the Lamont Old Quarry Warriors, getting many kills and helping out with the Tornadoes overall. But of course, this is a team effort as well. It would not be possible without the hard work and dedication that all of these girls put in on both sides of this court. Taylorville and Morton would not be able to be here today without the whole team effort. Spike is over, tipped, and out. Tornadoes are the first to reach double digits so far, leading by 5.
They did not trail at all yesterday for Taylorville.
Serve is up and recovered by Morton, but miscommunication.
And timeout.
And Taylorville with a 6.
And timeout is
Point
taken by
lead.
Morton.
Morton will take the first of 2 timeouts as Taylorville ties their largest margin so far for the night. We've seen a good team effort throughout all of the Tornadoes' side. Hasn't really been one player that stands out so far, but maybe that will change as time goes on. Everybody putting in the hard work. Both fan bases going into a chanting war right now. Tommy trying to get us riled up. The Potter trying to get their side riled up. I'm surprised either team can hear anything that their head coach is saying in that huddle. So Morton has used one of their 2 timeouts. Taylorville still has both of theirs left over. As they'll come back, reset and refresh. Here's the serve. Controlled by the libero. Set and spiked. Attempted block, no good by Peyton May. And the Potters will end Ella Bertelsen's rally. So it'll be number 3, Isla Bones.
And the bounce right there.
Tornadoes let that one go, but it unfortunately landed in. As we mentioned earlier, one of the big keys is court awareness. We saw one on the side stay in, and now this one right here. Need to be aware of where they are on the court to get rid of simple mistakes like that. Set is up and over, light spike for the Tornadoes, but returned by the Potters. Big spike blocked by number 12 and number 9, Macy Taylor and Parker Schick, respectively.
Remember that timeout Morton took when they were down 6.
Yep, so oftentimes these teams will take timeouts just to kind of get refreshed, try to get an opposing team's rally over. As that one does not make it in between the poles. The candy cane looking poles on both of the nets, they have to go in between those for it to be considered in bounds. Big serve, just a little too powerful by Anna Besharowski. So return back to the red side of the court with the Morton Potters. Serve is up by the libero and over. And
That's
once again,
That's twice now. Taylorville watching that line, and twice did not work.
yes, again, the Tornadoes just need to be aware of where they are on the court. It's the second time we've seen that happen on a serve like that. Serve is up and over, this time a lot shorter. unable to be maintained by number 8, Mason Neighbors. And Morton has brought this down to a 1-point deficit.
Earlier it was
so
11-5, but look at it now.
There's back up and over, controlled by Mila Gregory. Set is up, and over by the libero. Set and a little dump there by the Potters. Up and Tornadoes will respond to the spike out of bounds. And we are all tied
taken
up
by Matt
at 12 all,
Taylorville.
and the Tornadoes will
Morton
take
with
their
6
first of
overs.
2 timeouts. So this is the first time that Morton has brought this back to a tie since they won all starts at the beginning of the match. Able to bring it back from that 6-point deficit from earlier.
It's hard to hear with the fans. But I understand what you're asking. Obviously the timeout for Morton helped them out, and they're putting Taylorville in trouble with 6 over response. We'll see what Taylorville can do coming out of their timeout.
Yep, so Morton took a timeout to stop Taylorville's momentum. Now Taylorville's taking a timeout to hopefully stop Morton's momentum. It's very difficult to hear. We have probably the most packed stands that we've seen so far at this tournament.
Yeah, wait for the state championship.
So set is up and a little dump there by the Tornadoes. Hit up by the libero. Unable to be spiked though by Morton. Set is up. Spike is over. Spike is controlled. And another spike by the Tornadoes. This time it is good. By number 16, Ainsley Altman, as she will head back to serve. Mila Gregory checks out right now from number... I do not know who she's subbed in for. Looks like perhaps number...
Good effort there for Morton. Just couldn't return it.
Yep, good effort there by the Padres, but unable to convert. It'll go back to the Tornadoes. Says up, and a little rough getting that one over, but gets it over nonetheless. Big spike and a big dig by the Potters. Just dumped over to give them some time to reset. Spike is up and into the net.
Nice block there by Burton front line. Able to cause in the net from Taylorville.
So Taylorville started to get a little bit of a rally going, but the Potters able to stop that sooner rather than later. Set is up for Peyton May. Hit over. Spiked and quick little tap over. Tapped over again.
And that's
in
bounds. Now that's the first time Morton done that, watching that line. And both teams are 0-3 in terms of getting called out of bounds by the officials.
So that kill will go to Kenley Durbin, and just how the Tornadoes have been struggling with court awareness, it appears that Morton is as well. And with that serve, the Taylorville Tornadoes will break away from the Morton Potters. Score is 16-13. Serve is up and over to the libero. Light spike over. And
another line violation on Taylorville.
Taylorville gets called for a line violation there. Had one of the members step over the center line. Looks like signal number 34 is what the signal was to Coach Matt Peabody. That would be Ella Bertelson. Stepped over that center line there. So serve is back over. Bump, set, and no spike this time. Seemed to be a little miscommunication, but no biggie.
Yeah.
And I saw it. I think everyone else in the court saw it too. We have a net violation by number 10, Alyssa Van Meenen. Just got too much into the net there on that spike. So serve is up, low, but still recovered. Very difficult one. Miscommunication.
Almost no communication there from Burton, but they got it back together, and the rally's happening.
Yep, almost caught the Potters there. But they're able to
and
recover
now caught
and
Taylorville
on this one. So number 12 comes in for the libero as number 13 for Morton comes in to take the serve. Eva Sefried. Service over to the libero, Mila Gregory. Up and spiked by Mila. Morton will return the favor, and this time is able to get that to land down for Raquel. And Morton starts crawling their way back again. 1 point at a time. Taylorville gets a little bit of a lead, and then Morton comes right back. But Morton has been unable to lead the Tornadoes so far. But if they keep this up, they may find themselves on the winning end of the set. Not quite able to get the right angle there on that serve with number 12, Macy Taylor, middle hitter. As number 10, Alyssa Van Meenen will come in for number 13, Eva Safried. Service up by Mila Gregory, over to the opposing libero. Up and over, and out of bounds is what the call is. A very, very close call. Difficult to see from up here. Line judge calls it out. Tornadoes now have a 3-point lead, 19-16. Service up and over. Attempted return by libero, spiked over by the Tornadoes, and out of bounds again.
And second timeout, it's taken by Morton with them down 4.
Yep, Tornadoes are just 5 points away from taking this set. A much closer match today than what we had yesterday against the Lamont Quarry Warriors. We had that last set there, 25-5 victory in favor of the Tornadoes. As we have both sides, or at least the Potters, starting off the chanting war here. You can imagine the Tornadoes are going to return the favor here in just a second. So Tornadoes go first back onto the court as fans get onto their feet. We would once again like to thank everyone who's joining in. Taylorville, Morton, Illinois, American or international alike. We appreciate everybody for tuning in for today's matchup of the IESA 7th grade Class 4A State Championship here at Kingsley Junior High School. Serve is up, over, and out of bounds.
This one's going to be tight in set 1.
That's some of the court awareness that we have been talking about. Morton not going to go down without a fight. There's with a set, very light spike there by Ella Bertelsen. And blocked by Bertelsen. But Morton able to get it over into that corner for the kill. It'll be number 11, Bryn Weiss, setter for Morton to serve. Serve is up to the libero, Mila Gregory. Shot up and just tapped, bumped over the Tornadoes. Morton able to get a spike over this time. Set is up for Ella Bertelsen and able to get it as Morton will get called for a lift. Illegal hit on that one. Substitution for the Tornadoes, number 9, Peyton May, coming in for number 15, Ella Ralph. Setter coming in for setter. Serve is up and over. Very powerful serve, but able to be recovered. Just bumped over for the Potters. A little miscommunication, but able to come out on with some control there. And over for the Potters. Set is up. And good for Peyton May. Libero was unable to get that one under control, unable to hit it powerfully enough. And the Tornadoes 3 points away from taking this first set. Serve is up and over. Good serve, but the Potters able to keep it under control for a spike. Quick little dump by Ella Bertelsen, trying to catch them off guard, but unable to. Spike is out of bounds. 2 points away. 2 points away from being one set closer for competing for the state championship. That serve gets hit out of bounds by Ella Bertelson. It will be number 3, Isla Bones for Morton to serve. There was over, very good serve, unable to be returned by Taylorville. Mila Gregory's dig, while good effort, unable to save the Tornadoes from that one. Quick little bumps over, put it into Morton's side of the court. Spike is over, but returned by the Tornadoes. Quick little dump there by the Tornadoes, but able to be saved by Morton. Very nice effort there on that play. Very well done for that save from Morton again. Tornadoes will send it back over and get called for the lift on that one. The set point for the Tornadoes. 1 point away from taking this first one. Tornadoes fans stand on their feet for the serve. Over. Out.
And Taylorville, one step closer to the championship game, takes set 1.
So Morton will see another serve. It will be the libero, Abrina O'Dari, to serve. Lots of noise coming from the Tornadoes fan base. Sets up to Mila Gregory. Able to be returned by the Potters on the block. No good. Taylorville will reset now. Spike is up. Spike is down, but saved with a dig. Spike again. Saved by the Potters. And able to go back over. A miscommunication there, but they're able to keep it under control. Mila with a spike over. 2-3 for the Potters with another nice dig. Very good rally going on so far. Ball's in bounds. And the Taylorville
now you have it.
Win set
Taylorville,
1.
1 step closer to state championship.
Taylorville Tornadoes win set 1 of this semifinal matchup against the Morton Junior Potters. So we have 3 minutes until this next set. It will be Taylorville to serve. So during this little downtime, for those of you who were there in those first couple of seconds, we had a little promotional video for those Lady Tornadoes heading to the state. That was not made by any member in TommyTV. That was made by a 7th grade Taylorville Junior High School student, Erilyn Vokes. She is Adam Vokes, one of our advisor's daughter. Very well put together video. Very well done, Erilyn, to support your fellow classmates out there on the court. We appreciate that video. Very well done, and we look forward to having you in TommyTV. So both teams will take a little bit of a break here. Get their mind reset into the right place. Both teams playing an exceptional volleyball so far. Biggest thing to critique on both teams is their court awareness. You've seen many points where they could have returned the ball that was in, that they just decided to let go. Thinking that was out, ended up being in and costing them a few points. Could have been a very different story if both teams had much more of a court awareness.
Ben,
Taylorville and Morton in a chanting battle right now. We have Tommy Tornado down there doing his little dances, trying to keep the Tornadoes riled up. While the Morton Potter mascot in their student section gets riled up as well. You can see them here on camera now, hopefully. Here tonight, our broadcasting crew, we have members of all ages. We have a 7th grader sitting right next to me, Braden, broadcasting for us. And, not in the class yet, planning on being it. We appreciate your help, even though he cannot hear me. And we also have a graduate here on the court with us as well, Toby Winans, former member of the TommyTV program, helping us down there on our camera on the court. Should have just been showing you that tornado fan shots that you were just seeing. He's been here for a couple games, not just this one. He's helped us out with some of the basketball games as well. Was there for, I believe, all of the 1,000-point games, if I am correct. Appreciate everything he does to help us out as well. So as we get started with the second set, it will be Taylorville to serve, number 15, Ella Ralph. Service beckoned up and out of bounds as Morton leads for the very first time of this entire matchup.
One served in their lead. And Taylorville having given up a lead all season until right now. And now two of them.
So with that serve, Taylorville was unable to get a clean contact with that, unable to be controlled at all. Next serve is up, controlled by the libero, Mila Gregory. And it gets called for a double hit on that. Just slipped through the fingers of the Tornadoes. And substitution will be made.
And Taylorville's having rough start to the first three serves from Morton.
Yep, but he still have time as number 9, Peyton May, comes in for number 15, Ella Ralph, both setters.
And Taylorville gets their first point of the set after the ball was served by Morton out of bounds.
Yep, so both teams got their first points from out-of-bounds serves. We'll go back to Taylorville's side of the court to try and get a little bit of momentum going for themselves.
And another point.
As Morton gets called for a lift there, Tornadoes will start trying to get their lead back into this game. So it's back into up, over, and good. Set and dump by the Morton Potters. Set and spike this time for the Tornadoes. Ball is out of bounds. Tornadoes.
I thought it was tipped.
Some saying it was tipped, some saying it was in.
But nobody call matters unless you're the four officials on the court.
So Tornado fans not quite happy with that, but they have calmed back down, not going to argue with it here. Service hit back over to the Morton Potters side after a beautiful dig. And miscommunication there for the Morton Potters. We give the Tornadoes just 1 point deficit. Substitution being made for the Tornadoes is number 16, Kingsley Altman enters the court. Service up and good for the Tornadoes. Set and spike by the Potters, recovered by the Tornadoes. Quick little dump there by the Tornadoes, but able to be recovered just barely. And that spike will go in for a kill. Once again, we see Taylor still not able to realize where they are on the court. We saw number 19, Anna Besharowski, just leave that one, thinking it would go out or thinking maybe there was someone behind her. And that will cost them a point here in the second set.
And you can't do that. Whistle hasn't blown, you play till the whistle blows, like right now.
This time miscommunication by the Potters, not knowing who's going to go for that one after they tipped the block. Both sides having a few kinks that they're going to have to work out in their next match, regardless of who wins. The loser of this match will go on to play the Manuka Indians in the third place consolation match. And the winner will go on to play the Frankfort Hickory Creek Tigers in the state championship game. So ball gets hit under the net. And Morton unwilling to give the Tornadoes a lead at all in this matchup so far.
Because Taylorville didn't give them a lead in the first set.
So ball bounces on the net a little bit. Ends up with the Potters to spike over. Tornadoes hit it back over. Dump by the Potters. Set up and spiked by the Tornadoes, but recovered by the Potters. Up and over to the Tornadoes side of the court. Quick little dump by Ella Burleson.
And bounce,
ball
and
is
bounce.
in.
That's why you don't watch the line. You can hurt you watching the line, or it can kill you.
Another one that was just let go, and instead
And bounce
there's a
again.
service ace for Anna.
Once you know it, the game is tied up. That's it.
With the service ace from Anna Besharowski, we are now tied in this match. Tornadoes looking to get their first lead of this set so far. Service beckoned up, over, and good. Quick little tap over by the Tornadoes in return. And they're called for a double hit on this
Double
one.
hit.
Tornadoes take the first lead of this set. So it will be Anna Besharowski to serve again.
And there it was in the net.
Anna Besharowski's serve are just so low to the net, and they drop so quickly once they get over it. It is difficult to return. We've seen that happen multiple times in just this set
Another
alone.
one.
There it is again.
And Morton faced their large deficit of set 2.
So here comes her serve, beckoned again. This time able to be recovered by the Potters. We'll get a little rally going.
So what we have seen, Morton front line when they jump. So if they jump, confuse Taylorville. And then when you jump like that, they hit first, you're hitting the net. You see what I'm saying?
Yep, some mind games definitely possible to have been going on. And we have a back row attack called very uncommon call. Basically what it means, if you're one of those 3 people in the back row, you cannot jump and spike it from that middle line on the Tornado side of the court, and it goes for Morton as well. A very uncommon call at this level, but still one that can be called nonetheless.
Okay, anything can called in a state semifinal.
That one was a little bit more easy of the double hits to be seen. That one gets called on Ella Bertelsen.
And head coach Matt Peabody is not happy.
Yep, score is tied 9-all. Tornadoes will try to get some of their momentum back. Potters with a light spike over. A little difficulty controlling that, but getting it done nonetheless. And the kill.
Taylorville first in double digits in set 2.
Kill goes to Peyton May there. Have down here on my paper that she's a setter, but down on my dock she's a right side hitter. We're going to assume that that means that she can play both
all
positions here. We've seen her spike, we've seen her set. Talented volleyball player. Unable to get a spike on that one. That does not matter nonetheless. Morton unable to take control of that bump over. Tornadoes will take a 2-point lead. Simultaneous contact by Morton goes down as 1 hit, for those who don't know that rule, in case you thought that was a 4 hit. Oh, hit out of bounds there to the corner. And Morton will start to bring this game back. So serve is beckoned by Ribeiro of Bruna Odari. And no good. Ends up hitting the net. You have a substitution being made. Peyton May coming out in favor of number 15, Ella Ralph. She gave the Tornadoes a serve after their very first point here, and she's been subbed back into the game again. Miscommunication for the Morton Potters has been the downfall of so many points for both sides. No other player knowing who's going to be going for it. Point Tornadoes. Ball would have been close to going out, but Morton decides to keep it safe and play it. We'll send it over to the Tornadoes. Little dump over Back to Morton's side as they'll return in the favor with a spike.
Alan Durbin there gets the ball returned, and Taylorville saved it.
Yep, very good save by the Tornadoes. And a good dig there by number
15.
By number 15, that's Ella Ralph there.
Nice little rally going on here.
Big spike by Ella Burleson. Spike again.
And rally ends in favor of Taylorville. What do you think about that, Ben?
Yep, so we have a net violation called for the Morton Junior Potters. Big kill by Ella Burleson. And that will get the Tornadoes onto their feet.
If I'm Morton, I'm probably looking at a timeout. Can't let this game get too far.
Yep, still gotta live in the moment, whether we're up or down by 20, or up and down by 1, or if it's a tie game, it does not matter. They need to get every point that they can to come out on top of this match with a clean victory. Bump, set, and spike for the Tornadoes, able to be recovered by the Potters. Favor is returned with a spike of the Potters' own. Over by Mila Gregory, and unable to get it over the net. Tornadoes will take a 5-point lead. It was up, over, and good. Tornadoes are able to recover. Right little top over the net. Try to catch the Potters off guard. And no good for the Tornadoes. Substitutions will be made for the Morton Junior Potters as Adelaide Purdy will come in for Katie Watson. And it will be Adelaide Purdy to serve. Tornadoes fan base trying to throw him off, but to no avail. Neither Gregory calls everyone off on that one. Bump, set, spike. And ball is called out of bounds. A good attempt by the Tornadoes. Very close call there, but unable to get it to go their way. It will return to Morton's side of the court for the serve. Serve is up and good. One. And double hit, lift is called on the set there. So Morton will start to claw their way back yet again like we saw in that first set. Try to retain the lead that they had earlier in the set as well and send this to set number 3. Quick little tap over by number 10 of the Potters, Alyssa Van Meenan. Tornadoes with substitution. Number 15, Ella Ralph coming out for number 9, Peyton May. Potters only down by 1 point, 16-15 in favor of the Tornadoes. Here comes the serve. Impressive dig there by the Tornadoes to keep this one alive. And the block this time. Number 10, Alyssa Van Meenan able to do it again.
Taken by Matt Peabody.
The Tornadoes, Morton fans
6.
on their feet. Tornado fans returning the favor. Both sides on their feet. We have a tied second set. And the IASA for a 7th grade state championship at 16 all. Morton and Taylorville getting into their usual chanting wars. We have a TVI LLE chant coming from the Tornadoes and an MORTON chant coming from the Potters. Potters continuing the chants. Both teams return to the court at roughly the same time. Both mascots keeping each side entertained and riled up here. 16 all. I believe Taylorville has used both of their timeouts. Morton has only used one, I think. Don't quote me on that.
Switch that.
Set and spiked by Alberto. Tornadoes fans on their feet again. Quick little substitution being made. Number 18, or excuse me, not number 18. I believe number 10 coming off for the Tornadoes in favor of number 16, Ainsley Altman.
That's correct.
Point goes to the Tornadoes with a tip out of bounds shot, and it will be Amelia Gregory to serve. Serve is beckoned up, over, and controlled by the Potters. Quick little save by the Tornadoes, able to keep their hopes alive, and a dump by the Potters, but able to be saved by the Tornadoes. Impressive rally on both sides of the court so far. Ball out of bounds, despite an attempted save by Amelia Gregory. Does not matter, ball gets hit out of bounds, and it will stay with the Tornadoes. (16-19) in favor of the Tornadoes. This time, Big unable to be successful. Morton will get the ball back. Substitutions being made for the Potters as number 10, Alyssa Van Meenen, gets subbed out for Eva Sefried, as she will take the serve. Serve is good. Another low serve by the Potters. Taylorville able to send it back over their way. Up and over. Quick little bump. No spike able to come out of that 3-hit succession. And they'll get called for a double, or a lift, excuse me. That was under double hit. Instead, the lift gets called on the Tornadoes. Not sure if that was on the attempted block or on the tap over, but regardless, it will go back to the Potters. And now illegal alignment called on the Tornadoes. Matt Peabody not too happy about that call. Not to the officials, mind you, on his players for not getting set properly. Excuse me.
Potters taken by Peabody.
Potters take their first lead since the very beginning of the set. Tornadoes will take a timeout. That is now for sure their second timeout of this set. Score is 20-19. Taylorville trying to punch their ticket into the final game of this state championship. Morton trying to keep their championship hopes alive, trying to send it to a third set and give the Tornadoes their first loss all season. Morton on their feet. Tornadoes on their feet as well. Tornadoes are first to return to the court. 15 seconds left in this timeout.
What do you think, Matt Peabody? You told him in the huddle.
So the Tornadoes have used both of their timeouts. Morton yet to use one yet. I stand corrected on my previous statement. Serve is up and over. Able to be well controlled by the Tornadoes, but the spike, not quite what we were looking for. Morton takes a 2-point lead. Substitution being made right now. Number 15, Ella Ralph, coming in for number 9, Peyton May. So with that, the Potters are now only 4 points away from sending this to set 3. Tornadoes 6 points away from making it to that final game. And that will help them. Ella Ralph with another kill. Substitutions being made for the Potters. Number 10, Alyssa Van Meenen, comes onto the court for number 13, Eva Sefried. In addition, number 15 for the Tornadoes, Ralph comes off the court. Serve unable to go over the net by Bertelson. Potters now 3 points away from Xanthus set 3. And there's 5 points away from a date with Frankfort Hickory Creek in the state championship. Ball in bounds, 23-20. That court awareness, as we've been talking about all match, Tanner, has to be put under control, has to be aware of where that back line is to get rid of those easy points for the other team. Service up and controlled. Quick low bump over. Morton with a bump, set, and spike over to the Tornadoes. Easily controlled. Hit back over. And good effort by the Potters.
By Morton.
Comes into play as they're able to save that point. Potters with a difficult one again. And does not go.
Taylorville gets the point.
Gets called out of bounds. 21-23 in favor of the Potters, which is still anybody's game so far. There was beckoned up and over. One of Taylorville's best servers, number 19, Anna Besharowski. She's been instrumental in this match so far, and I'm sure that if she's able to maintain her service, she will help the Tornadoes again. All the way out of bounds. And we are 1 point away from going to
now you see Morton fans
number 3.
On their feet for set point.
Is number 3, Isla Bones, set to serve. Difficulty controlling that one. Going to be a far bump by Mila Gregory. Not quite what the Tornadoes were looking for, I'm sure. The Tornadoes aren't going out without a fight, but without hitting the pool. We are going to set number 3 for the third time in Taylorville's entire season. Morton's on their feet, letting them know that they are being supported here on the court tonight.
Oh, absolutely. Like you said earlier, Taylorville, this is the third set of their season, but 2-0, but this one is what matters.
So after that quick little meeting with the head coaches, I do believe that the Tornadoes are going to get the serve. It appears is what was beckoned and signaled by the Tornadoes, or by the officials, excuse me.
When Taylorville put him in this hole, they can duck out of it with state championship on the line.
2.5 minutes left here. In between the second and third set, both teams are fighting for their life. And ironically, unless I read the scoreboard wrong, both matches were decided 25-21. Tornadoes won the first set 25-21. Morton wins the second set 25-21.
That is correct.
So we will stay with you throughout these remaining 2 minutes left of this set. This has been a very close, very long, very exciting match so far. Once again, the loser of this match goes on to play the Manuka Indians. And the third place consolation match at 2 o'clock. The winner of this match will go on to play the Frankfort Hickory Creek Tigers in the state championship at 3:15. We will for sure be broadcasting the Taylorville game. Cannot say for certain if we're going to do any games after that. If we win, not sure if we're going to do the third place match, and if we lose, not sure if we're going to do the championship match. But we will try to keep you posted to the best of our abilities based on what we are going to do, based on availability as well. So it will be the Tornadoes getting the serve to start this one off.
Both teams with 2 timeouts. First one to 25. Once it all.
Yep. Both teams will have their substitutions and timeouts. Reset as is usual. And new sets. 0-0. 1 set to decide it all. And the Tornadoes take the first point here. We have number 15, Ella Ralph, starting us with the serve. She's, I believe, started all of the Tornadoes' services except for that second set. I believe she was the second server in that one. Ella Bertelson with the spike, and then Morton gets pulled for the lift. Tornadoes come out to a 2-0 lead. Serve is no good, and that will give the Morton Junior Potters the first points of this set. Both teams have to start feeling some of that fatigue. Playing to 46 points for 2 sets to a total of 92. Total points so far with the ones in this one, we have 96 points scored throughout these 3 sets. Gotta start taking a toll on both sides of the court. Serve unable to be returned by the Potters. Tornadoes will take a 3-point lead. We have serving right now number 8, Macy Neighbors. Jump serve is up, over, and good. Potters, little bump over. Set is up, and the spike to Ella Bertelson. Ball's in, and another kill. And just like all the other kills in the past, the Tornado fan base is on their feet.
And with the arm of our number 34, she able to get that over pretty easy.
That's one of the Tornado's best spikers. She was instrumental in the win yesterday. Been helping out in the win today as well. So able to be saved by the Tornadoes. Little difficulty there by the Potters, but Dig is able to save it. So that spike is not able to. Ball hit out of bounds. A 5-point lead for the Tornadoes. Tornadoes have come into this one on fire so far. Morton's only points this first one and this one just now have all come from Taylorville mistakes. The first one was a serve that hit into the net. The second one was a serve that went out of bounds. Morton unable to get a point of that they can call their own so far in this match, but maybe that will change with this serve here. Serve is beckoned up, over, and good for the Morton Potters. Set and light tap over. A little bit of trickery from Ella Bertelson to get the ball back over to Tornadoes court.
Yeah, so Tornadoes definitely are trying to do some plays to get her arm open and strong.
Yep, so both teams making a few substitutions, few rotations. Spike is way too far. Would have been out of bounds on the basketball court as well. But again, as we mentioned, the Potters have been unable to get a point called their own. All points have been from Taylorville either hitting it out of bounds or hitting it into the net. They're going to hope to get a little bit more offensive momentum going here. Tornadoes get called for a lift on that set. A little bit of a two-throw on contact. Score is 7-4.
And again, Taylorville giving Morton of their own mistakes.
Good dig there by the Tornadoes to keep that one safe. Ella Bertelson with the spike, unable to be recovered. Tornado fans on their feet as Tommy Tornado tries to get them on their feet as well. We have packed stands from wall to wall here. Manuka in the red, Taylorville in the purple. You can tell which side each fan base is on.
Their mascot's in gray. our mascots in gold.
Morton with a little bit of trouble in the roof. Ball gets hit out of bounds. Tornadoes takes another 5-point victory, or 5-point lead, excuse me. Haven't won it yet. Biella Bertelson to serve. Serve is up and barely hit over. Got caught up in the net there. Unable to be returned by the Tornadoes.
So Morton not able to get a point of their own still, right?
Yep, haven't had any points from Morton come from the ball actually hitting the ground off of a spike or dump by Morton yet. As that ball gets hit into the net, and the Tornadoes are the first to hit double digits so far. Score is 10-5 in favor of the Tornadoes. Ball gets served into the net. And it will return to Morton. Set to serve is number 3 for the Potters, Isla Bones. A little bit of miscommunication, but able to get the job done there. Hit back over by the Potters, blocked by the Tornadoes. Another low top over by the Tornadoes. Morton able to recover. Big spike. Slowed down by the Tornadoes front line. Bump, set, and spike. Unable to be recovered by the Potters. Tornadoes return back with their 5-point lead. Have a player tying their shoe right now. We'll give her some time for that. And now the serve is beckoned. Serve is up, over, and good for the Tornadoes. Ball does not go in between the poles. Wouldn't have mattered either way, as the ball still landed out of bounds. Tornadoes take the largest margin of the match with a score of 12-6. Ball is easily controlled by the Morton Potters and blocked by the Tornadoes front line, but saved by the Morton Potters. Wasn't the prettiest save ever, but a save nonetheless. And that will get called for an illegal hit
Taylorville.
by Taylorville. Well, it is an unfortunate call. I definitely do agree with that one. And we have a yellow card being administered to Morton. Looks like it was a violation on the bench. Yellow card in volleyball just means a warning. No points will go to either side, but should that infraction happen again, they will get a red card. It is not like soccer where someone gets ejected. That just means that the point will go to the other team. For disqualifications, both a yellow and red card must be used. That spike is unable to be blocked by Morton. Tornadoes return to the 6-point lead. Serve is up and over. Set and a light spike by number 10, Alyssa Van Menen. Much bigger spike by the Tornadoes, but able to be controlled. Very low return. Return back by the Tornadoes. Good dig by the Potters to save it. And we have ourselves a little rally going.
And you cannot do that.
Goes behind the poles. And it'll be ruled out of bounds. Morton to serve.
Just like in basketball, you can't step on the baseline. And another.
Good attempted dig there by Nina Gregory. Unable to get the right angle low. Morton is set to serve and trying to hit double digits to match the Tornadoes. Score is currently 9-13 in favor of the Tornadoes. Big spike by Ella Bertelson, able to be controlled and caught up there in the ceiling a little bit. Serve is back over to the Tornado side. Big spike by Ella Bertelson. just like she's done so many times before. The Tornado fans are on their feet for Ella Bertelsen.
Yeah, Burleson wants that state championship game.
Service beckoned up, but no good this time for the Tornadoes. Gets caught up there in the net. Substitutions being made for the Morton Junior Potters. Number 6, Katie Watson. Or excuse me, that's number 5, Katie Watson coming out for number 6, Adelaide Purdy.
And bounce again.
Co-credited to Ella Bertelsen. Score is 15-10 so far. Substitutions being made again. Number 6, Adelaide Purdy coming off after her serve. Number 5, Katie Watson coming back in.
And that was in again.
Ball is in. Service ace for Mila Gregory. Miscommunication for the Potters. Problems we've had all night for both sides is miscommunication and court awareness. Blocked by the Tornadoes, but returned. Able to be saved. Quick little bump over, back by the Tornadoes. And net violation by number 19, Anna Besharowski, on the attempted tap over. Tornadoes still have the lead, though, as the libero comes out of the game, I believe, for number 13, and number 10 for Morton comes out for number 12. Good save by the Tornadoes there. You keep this rally alive. Big spike, unable to go over the net. It is now just a 4-point game. Morton set to serve. Taylorville trying to throw them off as always. Quick low dump over by the Tornadoes. 1, 2, 3. The Tornadoes. Ball in bounds. Another kill by LeBurleson.
See, lots of times the officials are paying attention where you're at. That time, Burleson knew where she was at. She allowed to go up there, and it gets the point for Taylorville.
Yep, so number 13 and number 10 for Morton come off the court for the libero. And I was not able to see the other player. Looks like number 12 for the Potters comes back onto the court. Ella Bergelson's serve is no good. And the ball and serve would go back over to the team in red. The Potters of Morton. Serve is up to the purple and gold Tornadoes. Bump, set, spike for the Potters. And that will go down as a kill for the Potters. Number 8, Macy Neighbors, unable to make the dig to save that one. Score is 17-14 in favor of the Tornadoes. State championship on the line.
We got both the other team from the first semifinals are watching.
Ball's out of bounds. Goes in favor of the Tornadoes. We have a 4-point lead. It was up and into the net again. Twice in a row, the Tornadoes have served right into the net. Can maybe imagine that some of the pressure is getting to them, perhaps. It's unusual for that to happen for the Tornadoes, but they just got to get themselves into the right headspace, calm down a little bit, and just play the game. That spike hit a little too far. Gets served out of bounds in favor of the Tornadoes. Serve is up and over. Potters unable to get a good spike from that one. And the Tornadoes. Timeout taken by the Morton Potters. 1 minute timeout. Tornado fans on their feet. Morton starting to get on their feet as well. Morton and Taylorville, of course, getting into their chanting wars, as has happened with every single timeout thus far.
Look at Toby Watkins getting the camera up to show our fans.
Yep, you can now count the amount of points Taylorville needs to
Toby Watkins getting fired up
on just one hand so far. Score is 20-15 in favor of the Tornadoes. A very close, very exciting, very well played matchup so far. Service backing up, over, and good. Quick little tap over by Morton with a saved dig by the Tornadoes. Here back over to Morton. Crowds have gone quiet. Just waiting to see what happens. Good dig by the Tornadoes. Quick little dump over. Ella Burleson with a dump. Dig saved by the libero. This time attempted spike, no good. As Morton will start to get a little bit of momentum now. Quick substitutions
after
for Morton.
Morton took their timeout, able to get this momentum. And Taylorville gets it right back.
Yep. So serve is in the net. Tornadoes making a quick substitution. Number 15, Ella Ralph, coming in for number 9, Peyton May. She started the set out. Let's see if she'll be able to finish it. Service returned high and unblockable by Morton.
And touching the net.
And double hit gets called on the Tornadoes. Bring the points 21-17 in favor of the Tornadoes. Both sides of the court getting very loud. Quick low dump by Ella Burleson, trying to catch Morton off guard, but does not work. Spike not able to go far enough. Doesn't have quite the power. Tornadoes 3 points away from meeting Frankfort Hickory Creek in the state finals. Jump serve, beckoned up, over, and good. Nothing too powerful from Morton, yet a dig necessary nonetheless. Miscommunication by the Tornadoes. Coach Matt Peabody not happy with them. And a quick little substitution, number 6. Adelaide Purdy coming in for number 5, Katie Watson. We see this happen with the Morton Potters. Number 6 will come on for number 5 just for the serve. And number 5 will get substituted right back in. Serve over for Tornadoes. Ella Bertelson with a spike. Able to catch Morton with the 2-hit. 2 points away from the state championship. As Mila Gregory checks back into the game, she will be set to serve. And a timeout taken by the Morton Potters. Their last timeout of this set, trying to keep their playoff hopes alive. Taylorville on their feet. Morton on their feet. The changing wars has just begun, but the battle on the court is close to an end. Morton needs 7 points to come back against the Tornadoes. The Tornadoes just need 2. Hard to hear my own voice out here. Chanting wars between Morton and T-ville, the 2 best fan bases that I've seen, not just in the state tournament, but of my entire sports and broadcasting career. We appreciate both sides for showing support for both of their teams. This is the best fan base I have probably ever seen. Service up and good over to Morton. They're not going to go down without a fight. Returning back to the Tornadoes. Ball returned over to the Tornadoes. Set to Albertoson. Unable to be blocked.
And here comes Taylorville fans on their feet.
We are 1 point away from ending this battle between the Tornadoes and the Potters. Service up, service over, service controlled by the Potters. Tornadoes with a bump, set, and spike. Too far. 19-24. The ball will stay with Morton till the end. Substitution being made. Number 10 coming off the court in favor of number 13, Eva Sefried. Serve will stay to her till the rest of this match, most likely. Unable to maintain control of that one. Taylorville still has a little bit of a cushion to work with. Score is now 24-20 in favor of the Tornadoes. Peyton May getting subbed this year onto the court for LRL. Rules is win by 2. So even if the Potters are able to bring this back, never mind.
That ball
with that
is
service
out of bounds. Taylorville goes to state championship in 4A with a score of 25-20 over the Burleson.
So with that, Taylorville Tornadoes are on their feet. Fans start to storm onto the court to congratulate their players.
And congratulations to Morton as well, making it here. They will play the third place game at 12:15, I believe.
Yes, I believe it's 2:15 is most likely when they're going to have this game. I believe the original time was 2 o'clock, but that's about what time it is now, and it does not seem like they're going to be able to get that finished. So I believe these times will be pushed back with the 2 games going to 3 sets. The Morton Junior Potters will go against the Manuka Indians for the third place consolidation game. And then at 3:15, your Taylorville Lady Tornadoes will take on the Frankfort Hickory Creek Tigers for the IESA 7th grade state volleyball championship. We'll be broadcasting this right here on TommyTV. But for now, you've been listening to me, Ben Wamsley, and my co-commentator, Tanner Smith. Tanner, is there anything else you would like to mention before we send this off?
Yeah, we'll hope to see you back for the state championship game between the, I can't say their name, that's why I'm not trying.
So, with a final score of 25-20, the Morton Junior Potters fall to the Taylorville Tornadoes. At 3:15, we'll have the Taylorville Tornadoes take on the Frankfort Hickory Creek Tigers here on TommyTV. For those Morton fans watching us, we appreciate your guys' support. You guys, I believe, will be turning back to your regular broadcast here. We have your guys' broadcast team getting set up right now. We appreciate you guys for joining us. But for the Tornado fans watching at home, join us at 3:15 for the state championship match. We hope to see you soon.
You're watching TommyTV.